What is going on, Killer Off-Road Hobbies fans? Here it is, the comparison between the Tekno MT410 and the Arrma Outcast 6S stunt truck. Alright guys, so this comparison is going to be freaking awesome because these are two bashing powerhouses out right now. Yeah, so let's go over these. What you get, what I think of both of them thus far. Haven't ran this thing a whole lot, but you know, let's do this. Alright, so starting with the Outcast. The Outcast is a little bit bigger, you know, just kind of overall, just a little bit bigger. Depending on what you choose to run in the MT410, they can have comparable or the exact same motor, ESC, and servo, you know, all of that stuff. But they are set up kind of differently, and we'll go over that. Starting with this, let's pull the caps off of both of them. Alright, so I do love the body on this, but I like my Ford extended cab body that I put on my MT410. Alright, so let's start with the Outcast. You've got, you know, top and bottom A-arms. It is pillow ball up front. You've got your 5mm dog bones that are CVDs, 3mm aluminum shock tower. You know, so everything's adjustable. Your toe in, toe out, your camber's adjustable. Now, take a look at the chassis layout. Now, the chassis on the Outcast is quite a bit thicker. It's about a time and a half thicker than the MT410, but it's set up relatively similar, you know, where all your electronics are on one side. You got your nice, generous battery tray on the other side, which on both of these rigs, I really do like the battery trays. Now, when you come to the rear of it, you got your track bar. You have a track bar in the front too, by the way. But you got your track bar, you have your CVD 5mm drive shafts, you got your camber links that are adjustable, so your camber in and out is adjustable, but you got your typical H-arms on the bottom. I mean, it's just, you know, it's well set up. It's got the buggy layout and, you know, big old monster truck components as far as the A-arms and the tires and everything. And it does have this nice wing on the back with the wheelie bar, which I think is a definite plus. It's just set up really well out of the box. You get a whole, basically all the Arrma A-scale lineup is really, really good value for your money. I mean, for 500 bucks, the way they come set up is just amazing. Especially when you compare it to other things that cost about 500 bucks. I mean, the Arrma lineup, the Arrma 8-scale lineup is just killer. It's awesome. Alright, so moving over to the king of bashing, the Tekno MT410. Now, this thing does not come ready to run. It is a kit, so you have to add your own electronics, buy your own battery, get your own tires. The kit is about 450 bucks. It might have gone down to 430, I think. I've seen it. But the suspension this thing comes with is much, much better than the suspensions the Arrma comes with. I know they look pretty similar, but trust me, this thing, the suspension on it is dialed in. It is just set up well. Another thing that I'm gonna say the Tekno has over the Outcast is the diffs. The diffs are much, much, much stronger in this rig here, as you guys can see from looking at my MT410 videos. Now, this thing is very, very basic, but works very, very, very well. Alright, so check this out though. Like I was saying, this thing has an amazingly small chassis, but everything is utilized so well. Like every little piece is put in there and designed so well that that's all you need because you have this nice big generous battery tray. They ended up putting the center diff really far towards the rear to save you on space, so you can fit your servo, your ESC, and your motor in here. You are limited to can size on your motors, about a 42-74, if you can find a 76 will fit, but that's going to be about it, because the ESC you're going to run sits right behind the servo in the front. Here, I'll show you guys. And as you can see, this is a 40-74 motor, and there is not very much room in there. You know, you could probably get an 80 in there, but it's really tight, guys. But in my experience, this is all you need. They are set up, you know, differently in the fact that the Tekno MT410 does not have a pillow ball suspension up front. It's got your camber links and then your really thick A-arms. Front and rear, it's set up like that. You do have several shock mounting options to go with. You've got 4 on your shock tower, and then I think 3 on the A-arm. Yeah, so you have 3 on the A-arm and 4 on the shock towers front and rear. Now the shock towers are 3mm aluminum shock towers, but from my experience, they are very high grade aluminum. I mean, when I bent my shock tower, bending it back was difficult. It was really difficult. Now the plastics on the MT410 are top notch. I can't say enough good things about this truck. This thing is built so solid, and everything is so outstandingly durable. It amazes me still to this day that I have yet to break anything. Now, one huge advantage that the Tekno has over the Outcast is weight. This truck is surprisingly light. This thing has very little weight to it. Now, when you come over to the Outcast is quite a bit heavier. I would say at least 1.5 pounds, maybe even 2 pounds heavier. But like I said, the reasoning is that much bigger chassis plate than you have on the MT410, and you've got a lot more extra hardware on this thing than you do on the MT410. A lot of the things on the Outcast, like this aluminum plate up here for all your steering and everything, I mean, that adds a little bit of weight. This little tower in the center, that adds a little bit of weight. All this plastic around all of this stuff, your big bumper, you know, the wing, all of that stuff adds a little bit of weight, where this thing is just insanely basic. Most everything on this is plastic, but it's an insanely high quality, very durable plastic. Now, going wheel nut to wheel nut, I would say they are exactly the same length. Even with the wheelie bar and the wing sticking out here and the rear bumper, it looks to me like these things are basically the same size. Let's go with width. The MT410 might be a little bit wider, and it's not. They're exactly the same width, but I am running negative offset wheels on this. Desperado. I am running negative offset wheels on the MT410, the Desperado wheels with the 1/2-inch offset. So out of the box, I'm not sure if these are negative offset stock on the Outcast, but the way they sit right now with the Badlands versus, you know, the Boost tires, they are the same width and they have the same length. So they're basically, you know, kind of mirror images of each other as far as size. This thing being a little bit heavier though. I will definitely have to give the durability factor to the MT410. I think the MT410 is just going to be more durable than the Outcast. Not to say that the Outcast has poor durability in any way, shape, or form, but you have to drive an MT410 to realize how insanely durable they are. I mean, it is just wild what kind of abuse these trucks can take. Now, like I said before, you know, electronics is basically, you know, this thing comes with the BLX system in it, and this thing you get to choose your own. It is a kit version. The MT410 is going to cost you quite a bit more money than the Outcast, but I say it's worth it. You know, in my opinion, this is the best basher out right now. Absolutely, hands down. You can see just how much thicker these A-arms are than the insanely thick stuff that comes on the Creightons and the Outcast and the, what is it, the Talion. I mean, they're both set up very, very well for bashing. And from my experience driving this the first time, it's awesome. I did get a couple of pointers to give it a little more power on 4S, so we're going to go ahead and check that out. I will be doing a 6S running video of this. I have never even ran this thing on 6S because it is crazy, crazy, crazy on 4S. The system, the old school, they don't even make this system anymore, but this is the old school Hobbywing X-Run system with your 4074 2000 kV brushless motor and your 150 amp sensor or sensorless ESC. I mean, 4S on this thing is just blow your mind nuts. And I am running a 18 tooth pinion, I believe, 17 now. I am running a 17 tooth pinion on this. Somebody told me this thing comes with a 14 tooth and that I should upgrade that to an 18, 19, or 20 tooth, which I will be doing that. That will not come with the truck though. When we raffle it off, I will put the stock one back on and you can buy your own pinion gear. But that's gonna be my my comparison of these two. These are both amazing bashers. They're set up they are quite similar, very, very similar actually. There's just a little small differences between these two trucks. But if somebody asks me which truck I like more and which one I would recommend more, I would say the MT410. I have a lot more experience with it. It is just insane, blow your mind, crazy, awesome. I cannot say enough good things about this truck. It's not to say that the Outcast is inferior or anything like that. It's just my favorite truck in the world of RC right now is the MT410, 100%. So if you're on a budget though, I would say the Outcast is going to be a good second. This thing and the Arrma Creighton, you cannot go wrong with these trucks. I mean, it's just, they are tested, proven, time and time again, and just awesome, awesome, awesome rigs. Now, yeah, so that's going to be it for this comparison video between the Arrma Outcast 6S and the Tekno MT410 monster truck. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Stay tuned to Killer Off-Road Hobbies, we got a lot more coming at you. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'll put it right here. And click that bell to be notified of any of my newest uploads. And we are doing the raffle for the Kyosho Psycho, so the link to the donations will be in the description below. It's $5 to get a ticket. You can buy up to 15 tickets. I'll have an update of that coming at you guys tomorrow. And we're just going to keep this ball rolling, guys. So this is Gary once again from Killer Off-Road Hobbies saying get out there get an RC, go have some fun, and we'll see you right back here on the next video. You guys take it easy, and we'll see you later. Peace.